and welcome everyone. This is Budcast, episode 11 now. Finally again, I'm joined with me as a co-caster, Mr. Blackbud.
Hey there, folks. And today we've got a nice little game to bring you back from hiatus with. We've got Lindonin, who, as you guys probably know, is a very, very good Warlock player, and Jaracz as a Tech Marine, who has gotten some pretty good results in tournaments in the past, and I've always found to be a pretty strong player. Now, in the interest of pronouncing his name right, which I have no idea how to do, we're going to call him Jar for today.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, I'm kind of excited to see this match. I'm used to playing Eldar Warlock a lot, so it's always nice to see someone else, like, using him with the Witchblade and just being a jerk with the knockdown. I always like that. And
Yeah.
Tech Marine's also really nice. You don't really see him too much as Space Marine, but I'm excited to see how these players go. I generally think that this matchup is pretty balanced. What about what do you think?
I mean, I haven't played in a while, but from what I understood now and beforehand, it's pretty close to even.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get the show on the road. We're at 7 seconds, so we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
8, 9, 10.
All right. So Linden starts off with Howling Banshees, which I generally think it's a good move, especially since he's not going Force Commander. He'll be able to get in, especially in this early on, if he can manage to avoid kind of range damage closing in. He'll be able to definitely get like a pick off on one of these attacks or scouts or something.
Yeah, but on the flip side, if Jar can kite well and get favorable engagements on this open space, he's going to bleed Lindonin a lot, and that could flip the early game in his favor.
Yeah, that's the whole Banshees are high risk, high reward, man. They're really, really good if you can close the distance without losing any models. Otherwise, they're kind of just a liability.
Yeah. And, I mean, he may be able to get some nice retreat path kills, but this is kind of a thin map in terms of retreat paths, so we'll have to see how he uses them.
And as long as he kind of keeps them on the southern half of the map, where there's no buildings, they're even better. Yeah. He just needs to get that quick aspect of Banshee so he can get the sprint.
Yeah. I'm curious as to see what Jar goes for as his first power purchases. I'm expecting shotguns, of course, at some point.
Yeah.
But something I've seen him do in the past is combo either shotguns or high-powered shot from the Mastercrafted Bolter on the Tech Marine with a grenade toss with scouts, and that's just so devastating.
That's devastating, especially that high-powered shot is so good against Eldar. So almost one-shots all their units, especially at Tier 1.
Yeah. Oh, and some nice kiting, nice timing on the shotgun upgrade, and we've got a good force retreat by Jar to start off the game. And that's going to give him map control for these opening phases.
Yeah, and Lindonin, he was lucky enough, though, to not take any model losses. Even just a single model loss this early, it'll start stacking up. It's just not something you want. Especially since you got to, worry about these Guardians, too, bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, Eldar Tier 1 is just a touch fragile.
Yeah.
Rumor has it. Although, I like this choice of Rangers. He's seen the second Scout Squad because he sees it capping this point at this juncture. So, being able to bleed those Scout Squads and put some damage on those attacks will be nice. And that if he chooses to upgrade them so that they can do the kinetic shot, that'll help the Banshees a ton in closing.
Yeah, I mean, he's got kind of a feeling that Jar isn't going to go ASMs. And generally, if that's the case, then you might want to just go to 2 Rangers or something. I don't know, 2 Shurikens. You generally do that only if they're doing ASMs. At least that's in my book. That's my kind of rule. Yeah.
And we actually see him doing a 1-1-1-1 here, which is really cool play. I always love it when you get all the Tier 1 units out there and working in synergy. And Eldar really works well with that, so.
Yeah, and Lindonin is doing his best to kind of recap the bottom half, get some map control back.
Yeah, go where Jar isn't. Very nice.
And yeah, especially this early, before his Shuriken's out, you kind of just have to avoid and not really engage the Space Marine player straight up.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Jar's gone for that Mastercrafted Bolter we were talking about and Artificer's Armor as he gets around the Shuriken over here. But that's a lot of investment into his hero in Tier 1, and that'll pay off all throughout the game. But I seriously doubt we're going to be seeing a Tier 1.5 squad from him anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that is the case. I mean, usually, like, I don't know, he did see the Rangers already, so maybe the proximity might not be the best choice. I mean, usually I would just go it because it kind of forces the Eldar player to go Rangers when they don't want to most of the time. Ooh, and this nice Banshee on retreat on these tactical Marines, but unable to take any models down. Did get him really low, though.
Yeah.
Good. A little extra time, those attacks aren't on the field. Ooh, nice kinetic shot into Banshees.
Very nice. Nice little special attack there as well. That Tech Marine's got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Although he may be able to cover its retreat with a grenade. Come on, toss it, toss it, toss it.
There he goes.
Yes.
There he goes. Nice grenade. Ooh, is still unable to take down any Howling Banshee members. Yeah, that's kind of...
Lindonin is just getting so clutch with these models. Like, he's just not losing any.
Yeah. I mean, he has been able to save his Banshees, but he did lose his kind of natural wreck, so maybe he's still down on wreck gain. Let's see. Yeah. Jaracz has plus 354 at this point. He only has plus 268. That's a big difference.
Oh, just a touch. I mean, math was never my strong suit, but there may be a difference in those numbers.
Yeah. So let's see. Either player isn't really... I mean, Jaracz's pretty close to being able to go tier 2 here pretty soon.
And I mean, I'd like to see something like a quick Razorback, or it's riskier, but like a quick Dread out of here. Just because that's what I love to see. It's like my favorite unit in the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you can kind of deal with the Eldar units really well, spamming vehicles is something that they have a lot of trouble with. Because they generally have to combo like Banshees with, you know, the Warp Spiders or something. As long as you can like avoid Razor, or not Razor, Bright Lance is what I'm thinking. As long as you can avoid a Bright Lance, you're pretty much in the clear.
Yeah.
And just like force a retreat on one of those two kind of vital squads, your vehicle is really safe.
Yeah, that's so true. And I mean, who else but Tech Marine to do that?
Yeah,
because he's got that nice global repair, even though it's been nerfed. That actually would do a pretty good job of keeping them alive.
Yeah, but he can use his Mastercrafted Bolter to like shoot the Banshees when they're running in to finish off a Razorback or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Kite him through a proximity mine. I don't know. Something cool like that. Ooh, we see a Merciless Witchblade on Warlock. I'm not sure how long he's had it, but really good in this matchup. He'll be able to attack like all these Space Marine units, do a lot of damage, and do the knockback. Really just be a difficult dude for this Tech Marine.
Yeah. I mean, it brings back fond memories. I think we had a tournament match on this map with this matchup where you made my life a living hell with that thing.
But it's like, why wouldn't you get it? There's no reason not to.
Good.
It's so amazing.
Yeah, and it really, I can't stress enough how much it absolutely screws with being able to kite as a Tech Marine. Even if you just do the stop command, like have him do the range attack and knock down the Tech Marine, it makes those Banshees so much more powerful.
Yeah, especially when the Tech Marine's like has a a vital job to do, like suppress the Banshees. Just run up, range stance, place them down.
And I mean, we've also seen it a few times this game, but we saw like basically a respect retreat there by the Banshees, because Jaracz has been doing a great job of landing his high-powered shots and then that nade.
Ooh,
although
scouts,
this is
scouts go down. They do get the nade off, but it's kind of in vain.
Yeah.
Definitely not a good.
Yeah, not a good trade.
But he does have the Razorback coming in. Lindonin is just now hitting tier 2, so maybe he can kind of use that little advantage, get all map control. Maybe he pushes power farm. I'd like to see that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still going to be a minute before Lindonin has any good anti-vehicle. He does have a lot of float, so he could just bust out a Bright Lance, throw in a building or something. So I don't know. I kind of want to see what he does.
This Razorback is just the perfect choice right now, though. Jar knows that Lindonin has spent a ton of power in Tier 1, because that Merciless Witchblade isn't cheap, and neither is an upgraded Ranger Squad or a Shuriken. So just following up with a quick Razor is a nice way to, as you said, get back complete map control and get his Tier 2 stabilized.
Yeah, and I really like that he's going Devastator Marine. It's just generally amazing, especially on this map. You can plant him down in between both the two top victory points and kind of just rotate him. And it's just amazing. He has 2 platform units. I mean, the Ranger might be able to, get some picks on it, but generally it's a great idea. Kite back into it, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Howling Banshees are pretty scary charging until they eat a ball of plasma to the face and get knocked down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for those Banshees to get gibbed by Mastercrafted Heavy Bolter in one of these Devastator volleys. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see how, like, everything Jar is doing is complemented by that Mastercrafted Bolter. Ooh! Oh, nice
good retreat. Yeah, I was going to say.
So close.
I almost just called that.
Yeah. Jar is doing an excellent job with this Tech Marine right now, really controlling the game well.
Ooh, and the Warlock busted out Warp Throw. Kind of threw these scouts in the range of the Shuriken. I really love that ability. It's got to be the best in the game, man. I love that ability so much.
Yes.
Do you remember, there was a time where it could warp throw retreating squads, and it was just ridiculous.
That was hilarious.
It was the funnest time I had in this game. I would just go warp throw and just do that to everything. I like how he's keeping the Devastator next to his Razorback, so even if the Ranger manages to get a pick off on a member, he can still reinforce it quickly.
Yeah. I mean, what we're seeing out of Jar is just excellent, smart Tech Marine play. And that's reflected in the VPs right now, where it's 467 to 270 already, with a 2-cap in Jar's favor. And he's going tier 3. Like, he is in complete control of this game right now, and he's dictating the tempo absolutely.
Yeah, I wish he would maybe use the proximity mines a little more, given that the Rangers are pretty much going to be in midfield the entire game, just kind of, mosey on over to this upper VP and just, throw 1 or 2 down. And I think, especially in this as the game progresses, a clutch landmine there, especially against Eldar, is going to do so much damage.
Yeah. And, I mean, another thing he could also be doing is laying, them defensively in his backfield so that it can complement his kiting if the circumstances arise.
Yeah, especially because, Warlock has swift movement, so those Banshees might, get in a good spot where they can, follow the attack Marines back to base or something and, kill 2 models on the way.
And that's one of the best uses for proximity mines. I mean, he may be going it primarily for the regen, which is what most Tech Marines do, but might as well use them if you got them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just power. He doesn't have any other abilities. I mean, I guess Mastercrafted Bolter, but...
Yeah, that's easy to budget around.
Yeah, this Warlock just being a jerk, knocking down the Tech Marine.
Single tier.
Good job.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
so what do you think of this?
Falcon
yeah, what do you think of this Falcon choice as an Eldar player?
I don't know. I mean, you generally want to do that if you know you're gonna go tier 3, because you can get 3-rounded by an attack missile without the force field. But I don't know if he uses them really well with his Banshees, reinforcing them while they're being super aggressive, it might work out. But I don't know. Maybe he's just kind of reacting to this Razorback, and yeah, it might work out, might not. But Jar is already going the Predator, yeah. So this Falcon has to be really careful.
Yeah, I mean my Dawn of War 2 logic is a little rusty, but so who wins, tier 2 Falcon or tier 3 Predator?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that Falcon has to be really careful.
Oh yeah. He's got. I'll be very surprised if it survives.
He's gonna get hit by this Dev. Ooh, yeah, he's got to get out of there.
Yeah. And that's doing some nice soft AV damage as well. Although Lindonin is taking the opportunity to get a nice Gen Bash in here, which is pretty clutch.
Yeah, I mean, he did kind of do it a little, I wish he would have done it a little earlier so he could have kind of delayed this Predator, maybe until he got tier 3, but... Yeah, I mean, it's later, the Jar didn't save up, 200 power or anything, so... even a power harass at this point is still worth it.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's also one of those things where Lindonin has been doing an excellent job this game of just realizing where Jar is and going where he's not. So as Jar dug in on these top 2 VPs, it opened up his gen farm to a nice, easy bash.
Yeah, as an Eldar player, you tend to kind of get good at doing that, just avoiding your enemy as long as you can.
Being a sneaky little git.
Being sneaky, yeah.
Yeah, but Lindonin has got to do something about these VPs soon. He's under 200 at this point, and Jar has a 2-cap, and he could possibly get the 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, what he needs to do is he just needs to get the 2. And just kind of set up a defense, because Jar doesn't really have anything to kind of line back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if he just sets up a little barrier where this Predator can't really push because of this Bright Lance and the Falcon, I think he's got a good chance of just, like, turning it around.
Yeah. And you also got to note that Jar has gone pretty bare. I mean, yeah, he's got a Predator, and that's terrifying. And I'm sure he'll follow it up with something like Terminators as soon as he can. But for the meantime, he's only got a Scout Squad, an Attack Squad, and a Tech Marine that can actually move around and do offensive stuff.
Yeah.
So he's pretty heavy into the vehicles at this point.
Yeah. Let's see, these Rangers going in for the stealth cap, but they're going to go down. Didn't even need a dev shot.
Yeah.
Falcon.
And that's unfortunate.
Almost getting the Tech Marine. Let's see.
Almost.
So Lindonin, yeah, he's getting these tacks off the field. Yeah, he just needs to really stay on top of this 3 cap that's on him right now, and he's almost under 100 VPs left. when Jar has like almost full VPs.
Yeah, Jar's in a pretty commanding position at this point. He's just got to bunker down on these 2 VPs and just slowly finish boa constrictoring Lindonin to death.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, Lindonin has the force right now. If he just can get a 2 cap going, he can keep it. As long as he puts this like Bright Lance in maybe a little better spot where he can't get insta flanked by a Razorback.
Yeah.
So he's going Champions Rep, so he's going full Warlock Jedi spec.
Yeah, but that knockback is still gonna keep him off that VP. That dev is an MVP at this point.
Yeah, the Warlock could go top and decap / go around and flank this dev. That's what I'd like to see. I mean, because Lindonin, the Warlock is such an amazing tank at this point. Ooh, he's setting the Banshees behind.
Oh, that is a bloody mangled mess.
Falcon needs to get out of there. He's gonna
Oh
get
yeah, this is bold.
down.
This is super bold.
Warp
Although he
Spider's
does take out the scouts and gets a nice haywire on the tank. So this Falcon has free fire now.
Yeah, but that dev, I don't know. He could have just shot the Falcon.
Yeah.
Why is he backing? Oh no.
Evidently he's going for the ram with the tank, which unfortunately doesn't do any damage. And we've got global repair popped, which is doing a nice job of keeping those vehicles alive. And yeah, this Falcon's really in a tough spot.
Just, yeah, that's 1 hit. Come on, Razor, or Predator.
He is going bold. Yeah, and he can just outshoot this Bright Lance, and yeah, he's got free reign now. Lindonin is in a ton of trouble.
1 more hit, he's repairing it.
Oh
shit.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Oh, he shot the Warlock, and then yeah, there goes Tank. Falcon's still alive. Oh my god.
Devs go from MVP to heretics in one.
Seriously, Devs, thanks. And he's gonna Warlock's gonna make it out. He's remaking Scout. I didn't even see him kill the 2nd Scout Squad.
Yeah, they were just in there with the Falcon, and they got DPS down. Although he does still, Jar isn't in that bad of a position. He's still got that Razor Plasma Dev combo that can hold down these VPs.
Yeah, he almost has enough red and resources for Terminators too. I mean, a Falcon isn't that scary, especially a tier 2 Falcon. It's not that bad.
Oh, but this Razorback is screwed. Nice flank.
Oh yeah.
And these devs are exposed as well.
Yeah, the Banshees need to get on him. If he's swift movement, he might be able to get the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he's not going to, no. And the Banshees are level 2, but I'd say if they're level 3 or more, they would be able to finish that off, even without swift movement.
Yeah. And we got terms dropping for Jar.
Nice, okay.
But, yeah.
So he's still in it.
He's still in it, but at the same time, this is what I was talking about earlier. He focused so much on the vehicles that he didn't really build up the rest of his army in the meantime.
Yeah, but he has like a million VP advantage. He only has 49 to go, and that's like easy, so.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got the ninja capping scouts headed south, so he just needs to secure one of these VPs for just a little while.
And then throw the terms on the middle one, and he should be good.
Yeah.
He just needs to kind of, this Shuriken really isn't going to do that much. I mean, maybe against these tags. He's upgrading the missiles, so. Yeah, Falcon still has no force fields, almost tier 3, so I'm assuming he'll get that first thing.
Yeah. I'd love to see a dev out of Jar as soon as he gets the resources. Because at this point, the only thing that can really deal with those terms and do some damage is some Banshees with auto reinforce on from the Falcon.
Yeah.
So as long as you can be able to kite with the, or set up a field to kite with the terms, they can do terrible, terrible damage.
Terrible, terrible damage. But he doesn't have really that many resources left. He's losing a lot. He's bleeding like his scouts and attacks and stuff. So he doesn't really have the float, even for a simple dev. As cheap as they are, he doesn't have it right now.
That's true. And I mean, he has completely lost map control. As in, one rec point, one power point.
Yeah. He did manage to cap the bottom VP for a minute, but Warp Spiders are on that.
Yeah. So, tables have kind of turned a bit, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to get rid of the shuriken so the attack can get a couple shots off, but...
Yeah.
I mean... Maybe? Oh, yeah, no, it's reinforcing from the Falcon.
Oh, that's so frustrating. And here come the
She's...
Yeah. I'd love to see Jar trying to maybe attack ground micro a bit more with this plasma dev. Ooh. Its shots are straying a little too close to his troops for my comfort.
Yeah, I mean, even with that insane Terminator range damage, it's not going to be... the Howling Banshees are trying to reinforce. Is he going to go inside the Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Okay, sweet.
They're going to be fine. Yeah.
Level 4 Warlock, Jedi. He's going to be able to just keep every squad basically tied up except for the Terminators. Oh, man, he has a complete cap of like every point on the map except Jar's natural wreck and power. Ooh,
yeah.
Warlock goes down. Ooh, and he's going second Falcon. I really like that, though, to be honest.
You don't like it, or
I do. I love it. 2 Falcons.
Yeah, that's badass. And I mean, they don't do bad damage. And if Jar can't kill 1 Falcon, how is he going to kill 2 Falcons?
You're a wise man.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Oh, those Banshees, swift movement, finish off Terminators, go.
Go, 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 go.
No, nope, gonna turn around. Yeah. I mean, he does have some red left, but he's gonna save it, I guess. Yeah, Scout's getting at least breaking that 3 cap on him. But he's down 100 BPs, or 2. He's only he lost 150 from last time. I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So Lindonin is in a commanding lead right now, even with only 46 VPs left. Got these 2 Falcons, the unkillable Falcons, man.
Yeah, and although attacks with missile launchers are pretty good, with support, these 2 Falcons are not going to be taking any hull damage from those at all.
Yeah, like as soon as he just gets the shield like down to 0, he can just instantly like regen it. And at this point, like Falcon's in tier 3, unless he has insane like predators, like if he had 2 predators or something with the ASM Melta, then it would be really bad. But I don't know, he doesn't have any of that. So these Falcons are just gonna destroy everything pretty much.
Yeah. And I mean, Jar just has no resources. He can't build any of the tools he needs to try and take out these Falcons or even hold off these Banshees, much less cap some VPs.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, he doesn't have that many like different squads to be as mobile as he should be right now. Like, I don't know, I would try and maybe split up this Eldar player by just trying to cap all 3 at this point. Get the 46 VPs, maybe try a couple stealth scouties. I don't know. Yeah. I definitely would not try and fight this double Falcon Banshee Guardian blob right now.
Yeah. And I mean, I know Tech Marines are a boss, and TAC Marines are the Emperor's finest, but you can't charge Shuriken platforms and double Falcons with Banshee support like that. It's just not going to end favorably.
Yeah,
but
I would suggest him going like super aggressive Terminators, but he doesn't even have a Librarian to kind of like warn him out of danger. So I think Lindon's going to take this game back. You know, he was pretty far behind at one point, but yeah. That nice friendly fire on the plasma dev really helped him out. He didn't really have anything to deal with that Predator. I mean, he tried to go really aggressive to finish it off, but he lost a lot of Banshees and a lot of Warp Spider models when he did it.
Yeah, and I mean, Jar just played a really, really picture perfect tier 1/tier 2 as a Tech Marine. it just ended up biting him in the backside that he went like all of his eggs in one basket with these vehicles and having them both die within like a minute time frame.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that though, like Linden did get lucky just kind of preserving his models early on. So Jar probably could have came back, I think, even after losing that first Predator, if Linden bled a lot more in Tier 1. So, I don't know, I think it's kind of just bad luck on his part, but, you know, that's the game.
It is.
Just going to have to deal with it. Yep. Yeah, it was a pretty good game. Got to see 2 Falcons. I haven't seen that in, like, forever.
Yeah. And, I mean, they were both excellent players, and they did an excellent job of controlling their heroes, so it was a pleasure to watch.
Yep, just one little baby mistake, losing the Predator, kind of just put the final nail in the coffin, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
It definitely sealed the game for Lindonin.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We should. I'm gonna try and do these more frequently. Yeah, if Black Bud's around, if I can get a hold of him. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. This is Budcast episode 11, and see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.